माझं फेसबुक माझं यूट्यूब शेअर चॅप्टर
15 minit lagi, so 15 seconds so.
15 minutes.
Once a year, in December, the Grand Seichu Festival is held in Trongsa. The monks and lay dancers perform the sacred dances.
Before the dances begin, equilibrium between man and the universe has to be re-established. This is the first and crucial task of the Black Hat dancers.
With their dance steps, they ward off the evil spirits and cleanse the site where the sacred events will take place. For every Bhutanese, this festivity marks the pinnacle of the annual life cycle. By attending a Seichu, Bhutanese believe that they acquire spiritual merits and achieve liberation from worldly sufferings.
The term Chan denotes the art of dramatic dance performances of the monks and laity. It can be best translated as mystery plays.
Many dances are dramatic portrayals of the victory of Guru Rinpoche. In the 8th century, Guru Rinpoche first performed a sacred dance, thereby purifying and blessing the place. As the reincarnation of Buddha, or widely revered as the second Buddha, Guru Padmasambhava, or Lotus Born, came into being in this world to spread the teachings of Buddhism. Guru Rinpoche traveled throughout the entire Himalayan region, subduing local evil forces and then integrating them into the Buddhist belief system. He founded a tantric tradition of Buddhism that conformed to the spiritual world of that time. Guru Rinpoche also traveled to Trongsa, where he also tamed Muksin Doji Drajung, the divine proprietor of the province, converting him into a Buddhist follower and entrusting him with the task of protector of Trongsa. The Muksin is located in this mountain, north of Trongsa, about a day's walk away. In the mid-8th century, ailing King Sindhuraja of Bumtang heard of Guru Rinpoche's fame as a great tantric saint. He invited the Guru to Bumtang to free him from the evil forces of Shengen Kapo, harming the king and the province. Guru Rinpoche disguised himself as Garuda and defeated Shengen Kapo. Riding a tigress, Guru Rinpoche assumed the form of Doji Drolo and flew to Parataksam to protect the sentient beings. In order to subdue the local demon, Shengen Kapo, Guru Rinpoche meditated in a cave for 3 months, where he left his body imprint, now revered as Kuje, in Bumtang. In the year 1541, Yongzin Ngagi Wangchu, the great-grandfather of Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal, arrived in Trongsa from Tibet.
His pilgrimage took him to the 2 holy places where Guru Rinpoche meditated in Bhutan.
Kuje in Bumtang and Taksang in Paro. On his pilgrimage, he stopped in the village of Yuling for some rest. One night, while meditating, Ngagi Wangchu saw a mystical butter lamp lit up in the valley. He traced its location and he saw the deity Pelden Hamu in his vision. Later, he built a small temple there. Followers began to settle around the temple, which was named Trongsa, meaning new village. In 1616, Ngagi Wangchu's great-grandson, Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal, came to Bhutan from Ralu Monastery.
At that time, the territory of the present-day state was divided into many independent states.
Shabdrung unified the country and he consolidated the eastern part by identifying Trongsa as the most strategic position between the east and the west. He entrusted Chogyal Mingyur Themba, the first Trongsa Penlop, the task of governing the eastern part of Bhutan, thereby bringing it under the rule of Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal. And he built Trongsa Chokar Rabdan Sejong in 1643. It took almost 1.5 centuries before the Trongsa Zong reached its furthest extent on the north-south axis. Over 460 years have passed since the building of the first temple.
A tumultuous period of history gave rise to a strategic defense fortress for the main Song, which came to be known as Ta Song, or Watchtower. In modern peaceful times, the Ta Song is no longer used for defense purposes. It houses hermits and temples, and a museum representing the rich cultural, historical, and religious heritage of the country. In the museum, all the statues and religious objects on display were selected based on their historical relevance and importance from the various temples in the main Song.
They were replaced by newly created artifacts which, following their consecration, fulfill the same function as the originals.
Some objects required conservation by professionals from Austria, who during the course of the work helped train the monks of Trongsa and their assistants in the art of restoration.
The protective deity Mahakala Pelishigimbo came to play a crucial role in bringing about the foundation of Bhutan as a nation. Sometime in the early 1840s, Lama Jangchup Tsundu, Jimmy Namgyal's spiritual guide, designed and made the raven crown for his disciple. The crown has the shape of a classical soldier's helmet with a raven's head representing Mahakala with a crest made out of silk fabric. Whenever Jimmy Namgyal, the father of the first king, wore the raven crown in the battles, he always came out victorious. Since the reign of the first king, Ugin Ongchup, the symbolism of the crown has changed its interpretation into that of a triumphant royalty. The three eyes symbolize Gyumbo Jandu, the warrior god who guards and protects the kings. Jimmy Namgyal was born in 1825 into an influential noble family. Appointed as the 10th governor of Trongsa, known as Trongsa Penlop, he rapidly succeeded in establishing his supremacy and consolidating his domain. He passed away in 1881 at the age of 56. His son, Ugin Wangchup, had to complete his task. The clergy and the people of the country unanimously chose Trongsa Penlop as the first hereditary monarch. On the 17th of December 1907, the Charter of the Monarchy was signed in Punakazong by all the representatives of the people of Bhutan. His son, Jimmy Wangchup, became governor of Trongsa in 1923. He succeeded as second king in 1926 at the age of 21 and continued the political consolidation of the state. The third king, Jimmy Doji Wangchup, took over the kingdom when his father died in 1952. He is seen as the father of modern Bhutan.
He established bilateral and multilateral relations with India and European countries and ended the era of self-imposed isolation. He introduced many socio-economic reforms.
After he passed away at an early age of 44, his son Jimmy Singhi Wangchuk succeeded him on the 23rd of July 1972 at the age of 17. He was serving as the Trongsa Penlop at the time of his father's death.
He carried forward the socio-economic reforms initiated by his father. These included communication, hydropower development, health, education, and other important sectors. His Majesty the Fourth King is known for his philosophy of gross national happiness and took the world by surprise, introducing a fully fledged constitutional parliamentary democracy.
His son, Prince Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuk, became Trongsa Penlop in October 2004. He succeeded his father as the fifth hereditary king on the 15th of December 2006. His coronation was held on the 6th of November 2008. He will continue to lead the country through the peaceful transition of democracy and reforms in the public service.
Time changes even in Bhutan. Trongsa has become the center of modern politics.
Today, more than 93 civil servants work in the district administration in the zone headed by the chief executive officer known as Domba. The administration is supported by different sectors representing the 10 ministries in the district.
In 2007, an election office was also established in the Tsong. At dusk, it falls silent. No one, except the male members of the royal family and the monks, are allowed to spend the night in the Tsong.
The religious circle is headed by the Nam Leiten, who is appointed by the country's chief abbot, His Holiness the Jkempo. In their rituals, the monks follow the path introduced by Buddha Sakyamuni that leads towards enlightenment. The way to attain release from the cycle of rebirth is marked by detailed ritualism.
Buddha's intention was not to explain philosophical views, but to teach meditative practices. These should lead to the one and only objective, the release from the cycle of rebirth. Our worldly existence ultimately means misery, transience, and death. As long as a human being remains in the cycle of rebirth, these are repeated in each new life.
Clergy not only perform rituals in the Dzong, but also attend to the requests of the lay people for their rituals in their private lives. Making offerings and receiving blessings from the deities are the core essence of performing rituals. Rituals are performed for rains, warding off demons, or for prolonged life, or anything similar.
Bhutan is renowned for its untouched environment, with rich natural, cultural, and religious heritages.
Bhutan is lauded for its policy on preservation and conservation of nature and cultural heritages, for its people and the world at large. Come in, look around, and witness the real Bhutan. especially women.
Fort in the